One of the more fun games this past week, it was a little bit a while ago, was the UNC Bowl.
Loved it.
Between Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco.
How about what they're calling it? Can I just cut you off really quick? They're calling it the Tapioca Bowl. That's incredible, right?
That is pretty good. Just a vintage shootout performance back and forth. Clearly, the more surprising aspect of this was the Bengals with Flacco, who had just been traded. I think he had 12 days with the playbook that he had to learn. Now, I think this speaks to the veteran experience of knowing concepts inside and out, getting familiar with the language. But once you kind of have an idea and you can read the plays off your wristband, you're able to execute the system. And I think it also shows how nice it is to have some pretty good weapons on the outside.
Yeah, you think those guys are excited? I was saying that a couple of weeks ago. You think Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are pumped up that Joe Flacco's coming in? Absolute new life for those guys. Yeah, I thought it was awesome, man. I thought it was super cool. 40-year-old guys, both shining on both sides. Both guys you thought you might never hear from again, right? At some point.
I thought we would hear from Aaron Rodgers. I thought he was going to be serviceable. I still thought he could play.
Same.
The Joe Flacco one is way more surprising. Here's a little listen to Flacco after the game.
11 days ago, did you expect to ever have this feeling again?
It's a good question. I didn't feel like it felt like I might not, to be honest with you. So, it's pretty special.
Does that enable you, does you let that sink in? Does a night like this give
Yeah, for sure. When I talk to my family and, we're laughing about this and just, that'll be a reminder.
I mean, that is life as an NFL quarterback when you're a journeyman like he is at his stage, because it was awful in Cleveland. I thought he could be serviceable there. It was going off the rails. And for him to have a performance like that on a national stage where he goes 31 of 47 for 342 and a little RPO action where he keeps it and gets a run. You talk about catching a defense with their pants down. I just can't imagine how much fun he has, especially the surprise of being in a new place where all of a sudden you've got weapons and have a performance like that. Unbelievable.
And you know what I think about too, watching this? It's just for regular folks to just realize, nobody has ever mistaken Joe Flacco for a great athlete or Aaron Rodgers for a superb athlete, especially when you look at them in this, in the grand scheme of things in the NFL. These guys are 40-something-year-old guys and they're still making plays like that. If that doesn't tell you what absurd athletes these guys are, right? But you're 100% right. Lean back on the things you know. I mean, I even think Rodgers looked awesome. Rodgers made 4 or 5 vintage throws. This was pretty incredible, too. How about this? Where he got tackled by Broderick Jones.
Oh, my gosh. He was ticked off, too, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in these situations where, you get an offensive lineman, somebody excited. But Aaron Rodgers, he's going to feel that the next morning. That's probably what he's saying. He's like, man, I'm old. I can't be taking those types of shots. That was the hardest hit he took all game.
Yeah,
if that is a defensive player, you're probably getting fined for the weight on top of the quarterback penalty that they call. I mean, seriously, they'll probably fine him. I wonder if Aaron had some sort of fine schedule for him. Caught up in the emotions of the moment.
I know that they got Aaron on camera an hour ago, and he's like, listen, I love the kid, but I told him I'm 41, man. You can't be tackling me like that.
Was hilarious.
If you remember the injury that put him on the shelf for a year, it was something like that.
Yes.
It was like that.
You can easily get a collarbone right there or something that is out there.
Yeah.